we're here at the highest position at Devil's Den. So, my wife trying to get out of the shot. So just below us will be Smith's Battery. I don't know if you can see the statue of the artilleryman through the trees there. But that's Smith's Battery there just below this position. So this is actually the highest position at Devil's Den, at the sort of hill that's Devil's Den, which doesn't really have a name. Like if you look behind us back towards Little Round Top, you've got Houck's Ridge, which is kind of over here. It's like the ridge basically that Devil's Den is part of, but Devil's Den itself is not Houck's Ridge. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but this is a slightly higher position than Smith's Battery, which, like I said, is just below us here. But again, you're looking across here. I think that's Seminary Ridge off in the distance there, where that you can kind of see a fence line along there. But the Confederate attack is coming from Warfield Ridge, which is over this way. If you look at Big Round Top here, on the other side of this position, so there's the base of Big Round Top. Warfield Ridge basically runs just along here. You can see that white fence line. I believe that's Warfield Ridge, which is where Longstreet's attack is coming from. So if you can imagine seeing Confederates coming over this position out of these woods here, and the slaughter pen is the position between Devil's Den and Big Round Top, where Confederates would be coming across towards this position. But basically from there all the way along here and into those trees, you're going to see Confederates coming up this, assaulting this position. So it would not be a heartening sight to the handful of Union regiments that are defending this position and the single battery that's up here. Smith, in fact, would lose at least 2 of his guns at this position, possibly 3. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. But just below here is the triangular field that the 1st Texas comes across. And I think this monument you can see here in the distance is to the 126th New York, the Orange Blossoms, who charged down into the triangular field to try and repel the 1st Texas, and they lose a significant number of their troops trying to do that. Not a good day for the 126th New York. But eventually this whole position gets overrun. The Union fights here for a while, but is eventually pushed back once the Confederate numbers become overwhelming, and the units in Rose's Woods here, the Union troops defending Rose's Woods, and on the other side of this is the wheat field. They start to get pushed back as well, so it sort of unhinges this whole position. But again, we're looking back here towards the slope of Little Round Top, and then down in here you can see the sort of marshy, swampy area that's Plum Run. Off in the distance there is the Valley of Death, and that's where the Confederate attack reaches its end point as it runs into the Pennsylvania reserves I don't know if that was not Weed's brigade. I forget which brigade the Pennsylvania reserves were in, or what the commander's name was, but they're all arrayed here at dusk, basically, or in the twilight, as the Confederate attack reaches its apex, or it's the extent of its territory captured. And then when the Pennsylvania reserves charge, they basically retake Houck's Ridge and push the Confederate troops back into the wheat field on the other side of these trees here. So you can see the tour bus heading up towards Little Round Top. We will head up there soon as well, but just taking a minute to imagine the sight if you were standing at this position as the Confederates make their assault on Little Round Top. So Texas Brigade would basically be coming along here trying to get up the rocky slope with limited success. They do get close to breaking the Union line, but the 140th New York, again, will come charging over the crest here and help repulse the Texas Brigade. And then, you know, on the other side of the trees there, up through the trees on the other side of the south face of the hill is where Chamberlain would be, and that would be the 47th and 15th Alabama trying to get around the Union left flank without much success. And so most of the Confederate troops at the end of the day will have retreated back into these trees here along the base of Big Round Top to avoid the Union sniper fire coming from their position up on top of Little Round Top.